We are so happy to be here. Today I'm going to be teaching a flow series. So up until now I have been working on stability when our foundation can be a little bit rocky. So we stabilize the foundation and then build upon that a sturdy, as we excel and extend upwards, that we make that sturdy. So now we are going to be putting all of that together and flowing with it, because our life is still going, that we're still in the current, that we're still moving forward. And I want us to breathe through that. So thank you for joining me today. Okay, so take a comfortable seat. I like to use a rolled up yoga mat or a block. And once you have found your comfortable seat, I want you to pay attention to it. So listen to your body, listen to what it's saying. Do you feel like you're still adjusting to the evening? Are you still adjusting to news that you may have read this morning? Let's put all that aside and let's just be here right now. Okay, all that stuff is going to wait. And it will wait, and we can allow it to wait. So right now we are here, we're breathing, we're feeling the earth below us, we're taking a soft gaze or closing our eyes, we're taking our shoulders and rolling them up, back, and down. Our elbows are below our shoulders, our hands are resting upon our inner thighs. Our crown of our head is reaching up, up, up towards the ceiling. We draw in and up through our belly, and we feel the earth below us. As we breathe in and practice our beginning pranayama breath, I want you to practice a 3-part breath that actually blends into one another. I won't be stopping us, but I'll be directing you or cueing you as to where the breath is going to be. Okay? Then we're going to practice 3-part breath with suspending the breath or retaining the breath. Okay? Okay, so take your hands to your belly, breathe into your belly. Hands to rib cage, breathe into rib cage. Hands to chest, breathe into chest. And then exhale it all out. Empty, breathe in. Exhale out. As you breathe in this time through your nose, I want you to breathe in to each part. Then hold for a count of 4. And then breathe out. We're going to repeat this process, breathing in. Hold for a count of 4. Exhale out. Holding full can often be more comfortable than holding empty, so we're just getting used to the idea of retention. Inhale. Hold. Release. Now in and out through our nose, one more time, holding full. Inhale. Hold full. Release. Exhale through your nose. This time we're going to inhale, hold for 4, exhale, hold for 2. We're going to hold empty for 2. This can bring up some anxiety. If you find that that is happening, just don't. Just release the breath and begin inhaling. I don't want you to hold empty if you're going to only be experiencing anxiety. I want you to work with your body and not against your body. Our goal is to find ease in our breath and ease in our body. So let's try it. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. hold, inhale, hold, exhale, hold, inhale, hold, exhale, hold, and then release. Resume normal breathing. Nice job. That's sometimes tricky to do, but pranayama breath is if you feel like you can't do any yoga at all, ever, or even, or if you can't do it in that day or that particular day, practice a pranayama breath. Practice breathing. That is yoga also, and it will help with releasing emotions that somehow feel trapped inside of our body. Every single day we're being bombarded with news that isn't so positive, whether we're in our car listening to it on the radio or we're reading about it. Unless we consciously turn that off, it can affect our body internally, and I'd like you to breathe at a minimum every day to try to practice a pranayama breath when your inhalation is equal to your exhalation. If you can do that simply, you're doing a great job. You're doing your body a service. Okay, all right, let's remove our yoga mat or block. Come to hands and knees. As you're stabilizing in your hands and knees pose, make sure that you are pressing down with all pads of your fingertips equally into the ground, and your toes are up on the back, and that your knees are below your hips. Coming into a cat-cow breath work and body work. As you move your body with your breath, and move your breath with your body. Inhaling, extend. Exhaling, contract. And you may find that you need to do a little bit more than just undulating back and forth. You may find that you'd like to maybe wiggle and do a figure 8 and stretch diagonally. There are no rules to this. Feel free to participate in that. Move your body in the way that your body is asking it to move right now. Inhaling, exhaling, inhaling, exhaling. On this next exhalation, I'd like you to roll over your toes and into your first downward facing dog. Kick one heel down and then the next, walking the dog, extending one leg and then the next. There are no rules to down dog other than I'd like you to be safe. You can have your knees bent, your bum high. If you can straighten out your legs, fabulous. Drawing in with your core, drawing in to have a strong core body so the rest of the appendages can be practiced and held in place safely. Go ahead and extend your right leg back and practice what we did last week in opening up your hip to the side and then squaring off your hip. Opening up to the side, squaring off your hip. Straight leg, open, straight leg, squaring. Toes are pointed down and your heel is reaching back to the wall behind you. Exhale, bend that right knee in and up towards your chest and plant it in between your hands. Now, this is our first runner's lunge of the day, most likely. So stabilize this pose. Feel the earth below you. Plant your feet accordingly. I like to do the railroad tracks method. You may want to take, for your first standing pose, you may want to take your hands to your quads and then to your hips and then extending up towards the sky. As with everything we try to do in yoga, I want your arms and hands to be extending, reaching active, energized. Spread the physics of the reach throughout your whole body. Inhale up. Great job. Exhale, come down. Re-extend that right leg, three-legged dog. Exhale, foot down. Switch out legs. Inhale, left leg up. Practice opening up that hip, squaring it. I'm going to switch sides. Opening up that hip, squaring it. Opening, squaring. Reaching, leveling. Reach back with that heel, toes pointed down towards the ground, squaring off your hips. Exhale, bring that left knee in and up towards your chest, and then plant it in between your hands. Finding your pose, finding the earth below you, finding your stability, finally coming into Crescent Lunge. Reaching up, feeling the earth below you, and reaching to the ether, the air, the ceiling, the sky above you. Root to rise. When we push down into the earth, our body is able to reach higher. When we are grounded, we can extend further. Exhale, come forward. Extend that left leg. Come into plank pose. Exhale all the way down. Let's take this pose. All right, inhale, up dog, right here. This is it's just exiting out of my brain. Sorry about that. Planting your forearms down, your chest forward, reaching back with your hands to allow your chest to come forward. Sphinx. I knew it would come. Sphinx. There we go. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Come down, taking your hands to either side of your yoga mat pretty far. We're going to come into Spider-Man Cobra. I want your left shoulder to come down, looking over or right shoulder to come down, looking over your left shoulder. Inhaling up, opposite side. Inhaling up, switching out. Moving your body with your breath and your breath with your body. Really feeling the full extension of the pose, just warming up your body. Inhaling up. Last time, twist. Coming into that wonderful Sphinx pose. Breath, chest coming forward. I have to always be careful of my back. And this pose really helps me as I energetically draw in towards my body. It helps me to draw my chest forward. I'm not craning my neck. I'm not over-bending my lower back. I'm being careful of my body. I'm aware of the difference between sensation of the pose and pain. I don't want to go towards pain. Push down into the ground and come into downward facing dog. Good. Inhale the right leg back again. Exhale, draw that right knee in and up towards your chest. Plant that foot in between your hands. Make your adjustments. Inhale up to Crescent Lunge. Exhale into Warrior Two. Into Warrior Two, I'd like you to once again remind yourself that the knee is over the ankle, that you're extending long and actively with your fingers and arms to either side. Inhale, reverse warrior, breathing into the side body as you keep that front knee bent, reaching up with the right hand, breathing into the side body, pushing oxygen in between each rib cage, extending, reaching. Exhale, Warrior Two. Inhale, side ankle pose. This time, instead of resting or collapsing, I want you to just know that it's there. You can come into the full expression of the pose. I have a hamstring issue, so I am not going to do that. But you could rest upon, without collapse, your right forearm on the right quad. Inhale the left arm up, and then the eye of the elbow comes towards that left ear. Breathing into the side body, pushing oxygen into each rib cage, expanding, contracting, feeling the edges of your whole torso, the three-dimensional breath. Inhale, warrior two. Windmill that back arm forward. Exhale all the way forward. This time, coming into plank pose, finding your strong plank. Exhale into chaturanga. Inhale, up, up dog. Rolling over the toes. Exhale, downward facing dog. We're going to resume on the other side. I'm going to switch sides on the mat. Inhale your left leg back. Exhale, come forward with that left leg. Finding your stability. Inhale up. Active fingers, active arms, active hands. Exhale, warrior two. So you may have just seen that I adjusted my warrior two. So my front heel is, if I drew a line, it would go back into the arch of my back foot. Find your stability, find your alignment, extend long with your arms and fingers, knee over ankle. Reverse, inhaling up, breathing into side body, exhaling, warrior two. Inhaling, side body breath. Inhaling, exhaling, warrior two. And then windmill that back arm forward, coming into plank pose. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, warrior two. Down dog. Goodness, the vocabulary today. Inhale your right leg. We're going to do this 2 more times. Bringing that right leg forward, coming into crescent lunge. So I'm switching sides. Coming into crescent lunge. Good. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, side angle. Exhale, warrior two. Windmill that back arm forward, chaturanga. Inhale up. You are always, always welcome to cancel the chaturanga and just come right into downward facing dog. Inhale the left leg. Exhale, let's bend and bring that left knee in and up. Inhale up to crescent lunge. In your crescent lunge, I want you to root to rise, pressing down with your feet evenly as you inhale up with energy. As you reach up, you're not compromising the grounding portion of the pose. Reaching up, rooting down. Open up to warrior two. Reverse. Warrior two. Side angle. Warrior two. And then windmill that back arm forward. Chaturanga, or just coming straight into downward facing dog. Finding your comfort in the pose. Downward facing dog is intended to be a resting pose. If you find that a resting pose for you is a child's pose, a better resting pose is child pose, then go ahead and take that. We're entering our third and final flow. I want you to find ease in this. I want you to move your body with your breath. I want you to do breath to movement coordination, okay? Some poses, I'll cue it. We may be breathing 2 more rounds or 2 rounds of breath in that pose while we hold it, but you'll know. I'll tell you. Inhale, right leg. Exhale, bringing that right knee in and up, planting it in between the hands. Inhale, root to rise. Exhale, warrior 2. Inhale, reaching up. Let's do 2 rounds of breath in this one. Really focus on side body breath as you inhale into the side body. Exhale, warrior 2. Side elbow, breathing into the other side body, left side body. Twice, 2 rounds. Warrior 2. Windmill that back arm forward, chaturanga, or straight to downward facing dog. Totally up to you. Inhale up, exhale, rolling over the toes. Inhale the left leg up. Bending that knee in and up towards your chest. Planting it in between our hands. Root to rise. As you root to rise, you may want to, you may find that you haven't reached stability yet. Maybe you're still rocky. Maybe widen your stance. Take it even wider than railroad tracks. Maybe you bend this back knee. This telemark ski pose, it could help energize and activate that back quad that brings you more stability. Experiment with the pose. I want you to practice with a sturdy foundation as we flow. Inhaling up. Exhale, warrior 2. Inhaling up. Exhale, warrior 2. Side angle, 2 rounds of breath. Warrior 2. Windmill that back arm forward, chaturanga. Inhaling up, rolling the shoulders back and around your spine, rolling over the toes, downward facing dog. Everybody take a child's pose. Wide-kneed child's pose. Widening your knees, having your toes come in towards each other, bend forward, resting forward, allowing your belly to rest in between your inner thighs, having your forehead rest onto the mat. If none of that is happening or it's too difficult to happen, don't stress about it. You can rest by taking hero's pose, which is what I'm doing now. Don't hesitate to grab some water. I'd like you to stay hydrated throughout the practice. All right, everybody come into hero's pose. And then roll over onto your hands and knees once again. We're going to take, thread the needle. So I want you to inhale your right arm up. Exhale, thread the needle. And breathe into your back body. You may want to widen your knees. You may want to rock this left hand up and around the top of your head. If you are familiar with this pose and you know your body, you can actually roll onto the back side of your head, but I want you to be conscientious of your neck. Do not go to a position that's new to you and challenging at the same time. I want you to come into a pose where you feel comfortable, breathing, and still twisting, still benefiting from the pose. Breathing fully, in and out through your nose. Inhale the right arm up, and then resting into all fours. Undulate your spine. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale your left arm up, and then thread the needle on the other side. So when I thread the needle on my left arm going through, I have my shoulder is way more flexible on this side. I feel safer taking this stretch a little bit further on this side. So I'm going to walk my hand to the top of my head. I'm going to roll over just a little bit more onto the top of my shoulder, base of my head, kind of opening up my neck space. This is a great twist for your upper back. Pushing down with the right hand, inhaling that left hand up. Exhale, all fours, undulating your spine, inhaling. Exhaling. Inhaling. And exhaling. Nice work. I'd like you all to push down into the ground and roll over your toes into your downward facing dog. Inhale the right leg back, open up that right hip, bend the right knee, have the right heel come towards the buttocks, and then I just want you to circle that knee clockwise and counterclockwise. Let's do 3 circles in either direction. And then extend that leg long. And then let's bring that in and up to in between our hands, coming up once again into Crescent Lunge. In Crescent Lunge, I want you to take beggar's bowl, bending that back knee, inhaling up, exhaling, beggar's bowl, inhaling up, exhaling, good, inhaling up, great. Coming to your left, I want you to parallel your feet in a wide angle stance. Wide, we're going to take a wide forward fold. So you are paralleling your feet, and I'd like you to take your hands at your hips. When you come forward, I want you to imagine that you have this beam of light coming out of the top of your head, this crown of your head, and you are like a lightsaber. You are reaching forward, and that light is coming out, and you're drawing in with your belly. You have a strong back, and then exhale, you release, and come all the way down. When you are in this pose, you can bend your knees, or keep them straight, or alternate. I want you to be comfortable in your forward bend. With your hands, you could reach your hands through your legs, drawing your head closer towards the mat. Then I'd like you to alternate, bringing your hands below your eyes and extend spinal extension. Exhale, flowing through this wide angle forward bend. Inhaling up, exhaling down. Planting your left hand, reach up with your right hand, twist. If you feel like you want to take this twist farther, you could take your left hand and put it onto your right quad shin outside of right foot, reaching up. Taking your hands to center line, spinal extension. Exhale, you could plant your right hand, reaching up with your left, or extending the twist. Breathing into your back body, breathing into your twist. Still stay in the twist. Breathing into your whole body. One side may be more flexible than the other. One side may be stronger. The twist could be felt in your upper back, maybe your mid back. As you twist and breathe, exhale, twist. Breathe, exhale, twist. Coming into center line, inhale, elongate your spine. Taking your hands and coming out of the pose the way we got into it. Taking your hands to your hips, long, strong back, long, strong torso, drawing in with your belly. Lightsaber rays coming out of the top of your head. Nice work, everybody. Okay. We're going to be circulating and opening up our other hip. So coming into downward facing dog, taking your left leg back, opening it up. Left glute is you're extending your left heel to reach your left glute, circulating your legs clockwise, counterclockwise. Extending back, bringing that left foot in between your hands, finding your stability, inhaling up. Beggar's bowl. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Great job. This time, when you take a wide stance, I want you to have your knees and your toes in alignment with one another. You're not knocking your knees in, but your toes are out now. They're pointing out. Now, you may need to narrow it a bit, or you may need to spread it out. But I want you to find stability in this pose because we're going to be here for a little bit. Okay. Taking your hands to your inner thighs or the top of your thighs, and I want you to bring your right shoulder in and feel this pose. Feel the extension, feel the twist, feel the strength of your legs. Move again with your breath. Exhale, contract. Inhale, shoulders on your back. Exhale, twist, contract. Inhale, extend. Exhale, twist and contract. Inhale up. Staying in horse stance, having your shoulders on your back, extend your arms out. I saw this the other day in a Pilates class, and I loved it. It's just so subtle, but I really feel it. So I want your thumb down, thumbs up, and just kind of rotating your shoulder girdle like your hip girdle rotates. And we get to work our hips sometimes so much, but we forget how complicated the shoulders are and that they too need lubrication. So just this subtle pose. One down, one up. And then I'd like you to take both thumbs up and move just the upper body to your left. And then move a little bit more, and then a little bit more. And then come out. So the heat should be rising in your body. I'm probably turning several shades of red myself. I am feeling it. But it's a good feeling. Rotate to the right. Now I have a shoulder injury on my right, so maybe I can't twist as much. But I am still feeling it in my quads. I'm going to a safe place with my shoulder. Come out, and then resume. Thumb down, rotating. Thumbs together, thumbs down, thumbs together. How are your legs? Doing okay? You could straighten them out. Then you could come back into horse stance. I can't see you, so it's okay. Now straighten them up. Inhale up, parallel your feet. Inhale up, exhale, forward bend.
Woo! Let's take a down, forward bend. Allow your head to shake, yes or no. Wipe the sweat off your brow. Woo! Take a full exhale and an inhale. Good. You can even grab the opposite elbow as you sway side to side. Wonderful work. Taking your hands
to your hips, long, strong body, long, strong back, long, strong core. Okay, come down to the mat, take some water. We're going to work on core exercises now. You may want to have a block or a rolled up mat nearby or a book, something that you can pass. I heard people were passing their cat. It's totally up to you. My dog likes to practice yoga, but I'm not sure if she wants to be a prop yet. We're working on it. All right, with your prop, I would like you to come down to your back, place it in between your feet, squeeze in between your feet. I am a fan of when you're given an obstacle to pass, it kind of helps you pass the time quickly, gives your mind something else to think about, and then you go through the motion of the core exercise without having to dwell in it. So this is our distraction, our healthy core distraction. Taking your yoga mat, extending long. Come to an angle that you feel comfortable in without compromising your lower back. I like to spread my toes. I like to take the Pilates feet, having the heels come together. Exhale, contract, pass the baton, pass the yoga mat. Extend long, pass, extend long, pass, extend long, pass, extend long, pass, extend long. How you doing? 2 more rounds. Keeping a safe lower back, keeping that lower back into the ground. Belly button drawing down, activating fingers and toes. The whole body is active. Bringing your knees into your chest and setting your prop aside. You could rock side to side. Great work. Okay, this next part, I'd like you to extend your feet up towards the sky. If your hamstrings are not allowing it, go ahead and bend the knees. But I still like to keep the feet, the bottoms of the feet parallel to the ceiling as if you could rest a plate of cookies on the bottom of your feet. All right, extend. With your hands reaching up towards your feet, I want your right hand to reach up towards the edge of your left foot. Coming down, you could reach your head and shoulders up off the ground, contracting. As you contract, opposite hands, opposite edge of outside foot. As you contract, I want you to exhale. This portion of the core exercise it's essential that you blow your breath out, draws the belly down as you breathe out and breathe in. Inhale, exhale. 5 more rounds. Opposite hand, opposite foot. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Hug the knees into the chest. If you feel like your neck may have been a little strained with that, we're going to work on that by tucking the chin in a little bit more towards your chest. You can rock your head right now, side to side, shaking your head no. Pressing down into the mat or into the earth with the back palate of your head. Hugging your knees, taking a rocky motion. This next part, you have a sacrum, a triangle bone at the base of your spine or the upper part of your bottom. I'd like you to take a diamond stance with your hands and then place it right at the sacrum or in a comfortable position in that area. I want you to take a Pilates feet where your heels are together and your toes are spread apart, and just lower your legs to a place where you could keep the lower part of your back still pressing down into the mat. Then inhale up, exhale down. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale, exhale. This next time when you exhale and you're at the angle, I want to see if you could hold it. Find an angle that you feel you could safely hold and hold it. Drawing that belly in and down towards your spine, supporting your lower back with your hands and arms and forearms. How you doing? Inhale, exhale, angle, hold. Inhale, exhale, last hold. And then release. Hug your knees in towards your chest. It is always so important that when we work our core, that we oxygenate the area that we have been contracting and utilizing. A couple of things that you could do is you could find the angle of your yoga mat. You could have it your rolled-up yoga mat or your block. You could have it on the lower side or the medium side, or you could have it on the upper side, which I cannot do. I'd like you to come into bridge pose, whether you have a prop or not. Coming into robot arms, pressing down with the triceps, breathing in into the upper chest, pushing down with the big toe, down with the 4 corners of the feet, inhaling up. Breathing into your upper belly breath. Breathing into your belly. Breathing into your core. Pressing down with the back palate of your head, the skull, keeping a 2-finger space behind your neck. Active fingers pushing down. Breathing into your belly. And release, coming out of that pose. Nice work, everybody. Rolling over onto your side, getting a drink of water. We're going to be coming into Dolphin Pose, one last core exercise before we start our cooling down. I typically like to practice Dolphin with a song, or I time it. And since my phone and my timer are my camera, and that's what I'm using right now so I can, teach you guys, I am going to just sing to you. I think it'll be kind of fun. Come into your dolphin pose. I am a triangle girl, so I'm going to be clasping my hands at the top, pressing down with my forearms, rolling over my toes, and coming into my dolphin. The song I'm going to sing is the ABC song. I'm a school teacher. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. Now I know my ABCs. Next time, won't you sing with me? All right, coming down now. We're all going to sing the ABC song. It's going to be fine. When we do this, I want you to lift your right leg up halfway through the ABCs, put it down, lift your left leg up. When you lift your legs up, there's this illusion that it's harder, but it's actually easier. It actually brings the energy up and makes the pose lighter. Are you ready? Get your voices ready.
Resume. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P. Switch. Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. Switch. Now I know my ABC. Switch. Next time, won't you sing with me? Coming all the way down.
Yay! You did so great. Awesome work. All right. Okay. Come to your back. We're going to do this little release. It kind of brings our hip and thigh socket, stabilizes it. It also brings a little bit of activation to our core. And then we're going to do a spinal twist and end our practice today. You've done a great work, great job today. Coming onto your back. Great. This stabilization pose is fabulous. So I want you to extend with your left leg, having your right knee bend. You may feel that your back is arcing. I do not want it arching. Do not have that back curve. Okay, extend that leg, left leg, right leg at tabletop, push into the quad pushes back, draw down with the belly, reaching with the left foot. Push into the right quad pushes back, down with the belly, extend with the left. Push with the quad pushes back, down with the belly, extend with the left. Extend your right leg up, grab onto weave your fingers into the belly of the right thigh, push that right thigh into the hands and the hands back. This is such a releasing pose. Push and push back, extend with both sets of toes. Activating the toes. Don't have anything just be flaccid or being just relaxing in space. I don't want it to be dead weight. I want it to be extended, energetic, enlivened energy weight. Good. Go ahead and bend that right knee, and if you can, you may want to have a strap around the bottom of your sole of your foot, or you can grab the outer edge of that right foot. This left leg is still extended, it's still off of the ground, it's still parallel to the floor. You can straighten that right leg. If you're not able to, just grab the shin or the calf. I want you to open up to the right side. My left hand is on the hip bone, or the head of the hip bone of my left hip, and reminding it to stay grounded as I open my right leg to the right. I'm gazing over my left shoulder. I'm extending with my left leg. If you want, you can extend your left arm out to the side. Inhaling up, bending that right knee. I like to lift up my hips and pivot them to the right of the mat, and then I'm crossing my right knee over my left. I'm stabilizing my shoulders by keeping my shoulders both on the mat and looking over my right shoulder. Spinal twist. Inhale the right knee up and extend long. Both legs extending long, both arms extending long. Bending your left knee at tabletop, having your right leg suspend above the ground, but activating both sets of toes, taking your hand, pushing into your quad pushes back, drawing down with your belly button. Push into your quad pushes back, draw down with your belly button, extend long with your right leg. Pushing into your quad pushes back, draw down with your belly button, extend with your right leg. One more time. Extend long. Weaving your hands, clasping behind the belly of that left leg. Push into the left leg pushes back. Push into the left leg pushes back. Activating both sets of toes, reaching. And then go ahead and bend that left knee. You could grab onto the outer edge of the left foot, the shin, the thigh, as you extend and open wide. I like to take my right hand to the head of my right hip bone, encouraging it and reminding it to stay grounded. My right leg is reaching with energy towards the wall, hovering above the ground. I can extend my right arm to the right and look over my right shoulder. Inhale up. Go ahead and bend that left knee. Pivot the hips over to the left side of the mat. Cross over, spinal twist. Looking over the left shoulder. Breathing into the side body. As a general rule of thumb, I like to take 5 breaths in my spinal twist. Inhaling up. Go ahead and hug both knees into the chest. And then take happy baby, opening up the hips, stretching. I like to have the elbows on the inside of my knees, grabbing onto the outer edges of my feet, drawing my knees down into my armpits, pushing the soles of my feet into my hands, drawing down, pushing back. The tailbone is reaching down towards the mat, elongating the spine. You can rock side to side. If there is any final pose that you are wanting to take, an inversion where your hips are over your heart, any more twisting poses that you want to take, if you want to head right into Shavasana, you're welcome to do so. I'm going to be practicing Shavasana with you, but I'm going to be practicing in a seated position. I'm going to elevate my hips, but you are welcome to take a final resting pose on your back, and a starfish pose, a shooting star pose. I would like you to feel the earth below you. I would like you to scan your body as you have each part of your body pressure pointing down into the ground. Feel the feedback of the earth upon each pressure point. Excuse me. Feel your body against the earth, and then feel the earth support your body. I often like to say our mat is like a cradle, and it's holding us up. It's supporting us. Through these difficult times, it's important that you know that you are in a community, whether it's virtually or present. I am holding an active teenager group on my Wednesday morning classes, and I love that we are socially distancing safely with our teenagers. They are the population I so cherish, and I would like you to remember as a community that we are still whole, that we're still one. Practice your Shavasana with even and equal breath. Find your pose. Taking a soft gaze or closing them all together. Listen to your breath, audibly, physically. Release any tension, any emotion that's holding you back, that's stuck inside of you. Release it through your exhalation. Have your next exhalation be deeper than the last one. Slowly roll over to the side of your body. Feel the new orientation to the earth in this pose. Pushing down into the ground, slowly rise into a comfortable cross-legged seated position. Rolling your shoulders onto your back, lifting the crown of your head up to the sky. Have your hands and arms join that extension up towards the sky, inhaling, pressing the palms in towards each other, exhaling, hands to heart space. Inhaling up, exhaling down, inhaling up, exhaling down. Pressing the thumbs into the sternum, having the sternum and heart press back. Dropping your head towards your hands. Being mindful of those that are in your community that you are grateful for. Send a little thank you out to them. Thank yourself for coming, for practicing, for making time in your day for this practice, for yourself. Thank you again. Namaste.